I'm Anna, and welcome back to English Conversation Studio. Today, Alex and I are going to talk about a very common problem: understanding native speakers. Many learners say, "I can read and write, but I can't understand when people speak fast." This is a very real challenge.
Hi everyone, I'm Alex. Yes, this is one of the biggest difficulties for English learners. When native speakers talk, they often speak quickly, use informal expressions, and connect words together. This can make it very hard to understand, even for intermediate learners.
Let's first understand why this happens. One reason is speed. Native speakers usually speak faster than what learners hear in textbooks.
That's true, but speed is not the only problem. Native speakers also connect words. For example, instead of saying, "What are you doing?" clearly, they might say, "What you doing?"
Yes, and this can confuse learners. They know the words separately, but they don't recognize them when they are connected.
Another reason is pronunciation. Words often sound different in real speech. Some sounds disappear and others change.
Many learners think the problem is their level, but often the real issue is lack of listening practice.
Exactly. Listening is a skill, and like any skill, it improves with practice. The more you listen, the better you understand.
Also, learners often listen passively. They hear English but don't actively try to understand it.
That's an important point. Active listening is necessary for improvement.
So, what can learners do to improve? The first step is to listen to simple content. Don't start with very fast or complex speech.
Yes, start with slow and clear conversations. Then gradually move to more natural speech. This builds confidence step by step.
Second, repeat listening. Don't listen only once. Listen multiple times until you understand more each time.
Absolutely. Repetition helps the brain recognize patterns and sounds.
One of the most effective techniques is shadowing. This means listening and repeating at the same time.
Yes, shadowing improves both listening and speaking. It helps learners get used to natural rhythm and pronunciation.
At first, it may feel difficult, but with practice, it becomes easier and more natural.
Another important step is learning connected speech. This is how native speakers actually talk.
Yes, for example, going to becomes gonna, want to becomes wanna.
When learners understand these patterns, listening becomes much easier.
Consistency is very important. Listening a little every day is better than listening a lot once a week.
Yes, daily exposure trains the brain. Over time, understanding becomes automatic.
Also, try to listen to different accents. English is spoken differently around the world.
That's true. Exposure to different accents improves overall understanding.
Learners should also be patient. Understanding native speakers takes time.
Yes, progress may feel slow, but it is happening. Every day of practice makes a difference.
And remember, it's okay not to understand everything. Even native speakers don't catch every word.
Exactly. Focus on understanding the main idea, not every single word.
Listening can be difficult, but it is also very rewarding. When you start understanding real conversations, it feels amazing.
Yes, that moment when you understand without translating is a big achievement.
and it shows that your English is improving.
Absolutely. Keep practicing and you will see results.
Well, that brings us to the end of today's conversation here on English Conversation Studio. We hope this discussion helps you understand native speakers more easily.
If you enjoyed this conversation, please subscribe to English Conversation Studio and support our channel.
Also, don't forget to share this video with your friends who are learning English.
Thank you very much for listening and practicing English with us today.
Keep listening, stay patient, and we'll see you again in our next conversation on English Conversation Studio.